It's a show of goodwill from the EU leadership ahead of Magyar officially taking office next month after a landslide election victory over outgoing Prime Minister Viktor Orban's party earlier this month. EU leaders say they are looking forward to a more constructive Brussels-Budapest relationship after 16 years of Orban's obstructive policies. That's the latest feature story news. This is Ross Cullen reporting from Paris.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Welcome to a Wednesday, the 29th day of April for 2026. Off we go. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic, ready to start your day the right way with all your news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. Boy, what an exciting game last night at Hawks Field in Lincoln. Senior Rhett Stokes had a walk-off RBI single down the left field line to give Nebraska a 7-6 win over Kansas State last night at Hawks Field. Huskers are now 34-11 in the season. They're going to play a 3-game series at Ohio State coming up this weekend. Hastings College baseball team appearing in the GPAC postseason tournament for the first time since 2021. They will be in action today in Crete, taking on the regular season champion Doane University Tigers. That will go at 3 this afternoon. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame at 2:45 today. Hastings College softball team, they're going to be playing Midland today up in Fremont in the first round of the GPAC tournament. The GPAC Women's Golf Championships wrapped up yesterday in Dakota Dunes, South Dakota. We'll tell you how the Broncos fared there. Talking about exciting games, Parker Hodgen had a walk-off RBI single in the 8th inning last night. They give Adams Central a 2-1 win over Central City Centura. In a game played at Duncan Field, it was a pitcher's duel throughout much of the ball game. And Adams Central came out and got a 2-1 win over Central City Centura last night. The Patriots have now won a school record 9 games in a row. They are 17-6 on the season. We'll be talking with Tim Stroman, the head baseball coach at Adams Central, on the show here today. Hastings High, they were on the road yesterday. They beat Holdridge by the score of 7-3. So those are just some of the things we'll be talking about here today. We'll get some comments from Will Bolt as well following the Huskers' victory last night. So all that and more is on the plate this morning as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning.
Yeah, you love to see Nebraska pick up the midweek win. You know, I've stated on this show multiple times, I hate midweek games. But able to pick one up at home, getting set to put the finishing touches on the conference season and on the regular season here this weekend, and now you got some momentum heading in. So looking forward to that to continue. What's it say though when your reliever has a 6-1 record on the year? One of your bullpen guys, you come from behind a lot. This isn't the first time that Nebraska has had kind of a comeback dramatic victory. I wish they would kind of put their opponents in the dust a little bit sooner and the offense would click right out of the gates and it would be a little less stressful. But yeah, again, watching in the latter part of I caught it from about the 7th on last night, and that just the resiliency. We gave up a couple home runs, down 6-4, get a big triple, tie it up at 6, and the ability to dance out of a jam. I think Ty Horn was at the 8th or the 7th inning. Kansas State has runners on 2nd and 3rd. There's one out, and I'm thinking, oh no, here we go. Horn dances out of danger. Nebraska ends up picking up the win. You mentioned it, exciting times, but not the only exciting baseball game that was played last night.
Yeah, by the way, the Nebraska bullpen gives up 2 runs in the 5th inning and a run in the 6th. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk to Will Bolt coming up here in just a little bit. Yeah, we had a pitcher's duel last night. This is the way baseball games should be played. As far as I'm concerned, you've got two pitchers that can throw strikes.
Hey.
He had just enough offense, and Adams Central wins last night by a score of 2-1. I really enjoyed the game last night because I've seen a lot of games this year where the pitchers have been nowhere close to the strike zone. And it's just been a brutal game to broadcast. But last night, that's the type of game that baseball should be played. Mm-hmm. Cohen Rader and Luke Bekiner of the Central City Centura Colonels, they put on a performance last night. Cohen Rader, of course, the Nebraska recruit, he goes the first 7 innings last night, gave up 1 run, 3 hits, struck out 11. Bekiner gave up 1 run, 2 hits, struck out 9 over 6 2/3. So they go into extra innings, and Adams Central is able to get a walk-off RBI single in the 8th inning from Parker Hodgen to drive home Cohen Rader for the winning run. Adams Central picks up a big win last night over Central City Centura, 2-1. Patriots have now won a school record 9 games in a row. They are 17-6 on the season. They'll play Twin River coming up on Friday. We'll talk with Tim Stroman here in a little bit, but that was a big win as far as we look to the point standings and as we get ready for the districts coming up here in a week or so. A big win for Adams Central last night and an exciting game and a well-played game between two good teams. I'm sure we'll probably maybe run into Central City Centura again somewhere in the postseason, but two very good teams that obviously will make a run for the Class C state championship here for the 2026 season.
That's one of those games when you're broadcasting, like you don't even care if it goes into extra innings, because it's booking, and so probably even in 8 innings was game time even total 2 hours yesterday. I doubt it. You get into extra innings in what's been a miserable walkathon offensive 8-8 tie, and then you're just thinking, God have mercy, somebody in this game, and then all of a sudden you get a tying run in the bottom of the 7th, and now you're going to extras in what's already been a Johnny Holstaff walkathon 4.5-hour marathon. Those are two completely different sides of the spectrum. You had a game that was booking last night, so
that was fun,
and it's fun to watch.
Yep,
they're fun to watch.
All right,
throw strikes, let the defense make plays behind you.
Well, I've said that a lot on this show. God, just throw strikes, will you? You're a pitcher. Throw strikes. That's what you're out there for. You've got 7 other guys behind you. If they hit the ball, that's okay. Just keep it in the park.
Yeah, I mean, my run the damn ball shirts or give me some damn wing shirts. My next shirt is going to say,
strikes.
Well, just throw strikes is one, but nobody cares how hard you throw a ball for.
No.
And Victor Rojas has talked about it. Tim Stroman has talked about it. We've all talked about it, but you see, baseball is such a numbers game now, and StatCast, and with radar guns, and able to put a metrics on somebody, and you're floating your velocity and your break and all of these numbers to your collegiate coaches. What I would say to the recruits, these high school kids, at the end of the day, is nobody gives a damn how hard you throw a ball for. So you got, at some point you got to throw strikes. It was good to see we had two good aces on the bump last night, and apparently rocked it for a great baseball game.
All right, so we'll talk to Tim coming up here in just a little bit. Again, 402-834-1330 is our telephone number if you want to chime in with us. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line, 402-834-1330. If you'd like to leave us a message on our social media sites, we're monitoring those comments as well. Here's something I want to bring up here early.
Let's do it.
To get into a discussion, the NCAA has initiated the final steps to expand the men's and women's basketball tournaments to 76 teams. The expansion, which has been discussed for well over a year now, is on track to be formalized in the upcoming weeks and would begin this coming season. The mechanics of the expansion of the men's tournament would include 8 additional at-large teams, and what's now known as that first 4, where 8 teams are playing 4 games in Dayton, Ohio. That would expand to 12 games played by 24 teams at 2 sites, one of which would be expected to remain at Dayton. The expansion would lead to an additional 8 men's games, meaning the Tuesday and Wednesday of the NCAA tournament would feature 24 of the 76 men's teams that are in the tournament. The traditional 64-team men's team bracket would still begin on Thursday and look much the same. The major difference would be, of course, more teams that qualify, as traditional at-large bids would have to play earlier in the 64-team bracket. So here we go. We're expanding the damn bracket again to 76 teams. Do we really need 76 teams in the NCAA men's and women's basketball bracket?
No, we don't need this. This is, I don't know what college basketball fan out there is advocating for this. I don't understand the move from 64 to 68 in general. I know that there was like one school that would, have to be sitting on the inside out, one conference that would lose a potential at large bid, and wham. Again, there is 347 teams, and now a third of them essentially are going to be making your crown jewel, your postseason tournament. Give me a effing break.
Yeah, do you want your 8th place team or your 9th place team of the conference to qualify for the NCAA tournament?
You got to earn it. You got to earn it throughout the course of the regular season, and the more we see postseason expand, NBA is dealing with the same shit, with all those play-in games, and quite literally half of the conference, more than half of the conference, gets in. That's insane. Why are you playing 86 games? Why are we going from November to March to have a third of the field get into a postseason tournament? And I'm not saying like these teams don't deserve an opportunity for success. It's just I don't want to go to page 3 on my bracket to try to figure out and where's my playing games, and now all of a sudden it's just, you had a damn good system and you tinkered with it. And you tinkered. And this is a fine example of overhandling. I'm not excited. I don't know if this is like the Miami, Ohio clause. Obviously, there was another deserving team in there in the Auburn Tigers, and we could have this argument for days on whether or not Miami, Ohio shouldn't have been in with their 345th ranked strength of schedule out of 347 schools. And they get in because they lost one game, and oh, look at us, we were so good when they didn't play a single school from the Power Four.
Well, that's going to happen every single year. We're going to get into that.
I don't think this particular instance, which has caused the uproar to expand the tournament, happens every single. You don't see a school out of the MAC go, "Hey, we could just not schedule anybody."
But there's always a team on the outside looking in that's going to complain that they should have been in. But now it's just going to be a little further down the road here.
Now you're complaining about and your options to pick from. The schools that are going to be on the bubble, in my opinion, are going to be more because you're going to have more of those mediocre teams.
500 teams.
You're going to have to try to compare resumes and tell me that a 500 team in the Big Ten is going to be better than a 500 team in the SEC.
Yep.
I don't know. And then okay, we'll expand again. Let's go to 120 teams now. 128 teams. That's 2 fields of 64. At what point does it stop? You had a good system in place, and then you messed with it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see any other than money. And
Sure.
Shane's already chimed in with, say with me, money, 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 money.
Exhaustion. The money and eyeballs will go down if you exhaust us with NCAA tournament. We can't have an entire month dedicated to a college basketball tournament. You got to put the reins on this.
And what's that going to do? Is this the beginning of the end to the other tournaments?
It should be.
It probably is, because you get to 76 teams in this baby, and it looks like this is gonna go. The NIT, we talked about the future of the college basketball crown a couple of weeks ago.
Sure.
I think this puts an end to that. God, where are they going to get teams to fill the field in the NIT and the college basketball crown if we take 76 teams right off the top to go to the NCAA?
Yeah, you go in with a sub-500 record.
Oh, no doubt about it.
It's like, and I'm sorry to say this, but those schools that get the 16 seed in the 8-man playoffs and they go get smoked by Sandy Creek, and they go get their T-shirt, but they're 2-6 on the season.
Yeah, we see that in football all the time.
We see that, and you see what that's done for Nebraska. Like, it's an exhausting first round to the point where nobody really even goes out to cover or care or watch the first round games because they're just going to be blowouts. Yeah, I mean, go have a sub 500 season. Go get your T-shirt. I guess is the where the NIT is going to turn into, or what the NIT is going to turn into. It's going to be like participation.
No,
ribbon.
I say if this gets to 76 teams, that'll be the end.
I don't know.
There'll be one tournament at the end of the season. That'll be the NCAA.
Shane just said it. Money.
Yep, you qualify for the NCAA tournament or you're done.
Right, but the NIT will probably still go because of what you just said, money. ESPN will want to have a basketball tournament. ESPN doesn't have a basketball tournament. It's CBS and TBS, TNT, and True TV.
Who's gonna play in that thing?
Telling me that, like, if New Mexico State gets invited to the NIT, they're going to say no to get eyeballs and exposure?
To play Yale on a Wednesday night? Boy, that's going to create some eyes to go to your television set.
More eyeballs than they would probably previously have if they're sitting on their ass at home.
Yeah, I guess they'd have something on. So anyway,
ESPN will still hold the NIT. I think Crown is done.
Yeah, I think the Crown is done. A short-lived event.
Yeah, 76. I don't. No.
So anyway, I wanted to bring that up because I knew that would strike. Because we've talked about this before, about expanding the NCAA tournament. You and I were both against it, and now it looks like it's going to go this year. They've got still some things to work through, but it looks like the NCAA tournament, maybe as early as this year, going to go to 76 teams. So if you'd like to chime in on that, I'd love to get some people's feelings on that.
I want to know if anyone supports it.
Yeah. I'm sure the college basketball junkies wouldn't care. That it's just going to create, like we said, it's not going to be the first four anymore. They're going to be expanding to 12 games played by 24 teams at two different sites. So basically expanding the tournament to that whole first week. You're going to have games on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And a lot of them that first week of the NCAA tournament. Boy, our bracket will be shafted after the first week. Yeah, I don't know.
Yep, I was just reading the chief. He's chiming in here. They should have kept it at 64. Sounds like we will have another week to fail miserably at the Chiefs challenge.
Yeah. So hey, that's one of the things I wanted to bring up here today. Speaking of college basketball, Kansas got the number one senior in the country yesterday, Tyron Stokes, the number one senior in the country and the consensus favorite to be the number one pick in the 2027 NBA draft. He's going to play for Kansas next season.
Is he related to J.J. Stokes?
I don't know. You would think, yeah, that might be the connection.
A prodigy.
Stokes chose the Jayhawks over Kentucky. He's the second five-star commitment for the Jayhawks for the 2026 season, joining point guard Talon Kinney. Last summer, Stokes was the best player on the Nike circuit, averaging 22.4 points, 10.2 rebounds, 3.2 assists per game. He played for the Oakland Soldiers program But Tyron Stokes is headed to Kansas, and now they got 2 5-star commits for next season. So Bill Self and the Kansas Jayhawks are reloading, getting ready for a run next year.
Couldn't find it in the research department. So
it's going to make Ryan Martin happy. Maybe Ryan will know. He'll chime in with us here in a little bit. The New York Jets are looking for a backup quarterback.
Again?
A veteran backup quarterback. They're talking with Russell Wilson right now. Yeah, he's a 10-time Pro Bowl selection, Russell Wilson. They met with him yesterday at their facility. No contract was offered, but Wilson is being considered to be the top choice. He's a free agent after playing 1 season for the New York Jets. He said at the end of the season last year that he wanted to continue to play. Head coach Aaron Glenn has made it clear that Geno Smith, who was acquired in March in a trade with the Las Vegas Raiders, is the starting quarterback. And the Jets really don't have any experience to back him up. So they're looking at Russell Wilson. The other quarterbacks on the roster for the Jets is
interesting.
Bailey Zappi, Brady Cook, and rookie Cade Klubnik, who was drafted in the 4th round on Saturday. So that's the Jets quarterback room. They're looking for a veteran to back up Geno Smith, and Russell Wilson looks to be the choice here. Wilson was the Giants' opening day starter in 2025, but he was benched in favor of rookie Jackson Dart after 3 starts. He played the first 3 games, all losses. In those starts, Wilson completed 65 of 110 passes for 778 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. And he's played 10 seasons for the Seahawks, who drafted him in 2012, leading him to the Super Bowl championship during the 2013 season. Played 2 seasons in Denver, 1 season with the Steelers, before joining the Giants in 2025.
When it takes 9 minutes to read your career timeline, it's time to hang it up, but that's okay.
He's played for just about everybody.
He's like one less NFL team than Dylan Raiola's head colleges.
Russell Wilson headed maybe to the New York Jets.
There you go.
Be the backup quarterback, sit on the bench and carry the clipboard.
Mm-hmm.
Our other friend in the NFL,
making
some news today, Aaron Rodgers. In somewhat of an insurance move, the Pittsburgh Steelers have placed the rarely used UFA tender on Aaron Rodgers. I have never heard of the UFA tender until yesterday. It preserves the Steelers' right to receive a draft pick in the event that Rodgers signs with another team, while also limiting his ability to sign with another team once training camp begins. The Steelers have exclusive negotiating rights for Rodgers if he does not sign with another team by July 22nd or the first day of Pittsburgh's training camp, whichever is later. Another condition of the tenders is that Rodgers can accept a 10% raise off of last year's salary, which would pay him about $15 million for this season. A year ago, Aaron Rodgers waited to sign until early June, signing his 1-year deal with the Steelers just before mandatory minicamp. So Aaron Rodgers still sitting on the sidelines. He had said that he would give the Steelers until the NFL draft to decide whether or not he was going to fully retire or join the Steelers for another season. That did not come to fruition. Aaron Rodgers is probably still in his hole, his dark hole. But now the Steelers have put on this UFA tender tag on Aaron Rodgers. All indications are he's going to come back to the Steelers. But to provide a little insurance, he's now got the UFA tender tag on
Good
Aaron
move.
Rodgers.
Good move from Pittsburgh's front office. Like that's probably the way I would have played it. when you think about it. Yes, you're going to have to pay him more if he decides he wants to come to Pittsburgh.
God, is he
but you have taken all the necessary procedural steps to make sure that you protect your franchise in case he doesn't.
Is he worth $15 million next season?
I don't know. You seem to think so. You were riding the Rodgers train all year last year.
I was on his wagon. Yeah, I say you pay him $15 million and try to get another year out of him. It's not my money.
Right.
But I say you pay him $15 million, try to get another season out of him. Led your team to the playoffs last year. The playoffs. So what more do you expect? The Baltimore Ravens, they have signed undrafted Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia 3 days after he was scheduled to try out for the team as a rookie at minicamp this weekend. But they've also signed Connecticut quarterback Joe Fagnano. So they signed both of these quarterbacks. They went undrafted, and now they signed both of these quarterbacks. They're going to bring them in for this rookie mini camp, which is going to be held beginning this week. Pavia, of course, became the first Heisman Trophy finalist to go undrafted in 12 years. He's put up some good numbers at Vanderbilt, but he's got some off-field issues. After Pavia lost the Heisman Trophy to Fernando Mendoza, he got on social media and had a picture that says, F all the voters.
It's just a kid with a temper. It's a kid with a temper that puts his foot in his mouth.
Yep. Put F all the voters.
Yeah.
Along with the thumbs down emoji on social media.
It's not like an off the field issue. It's just a kid with a temper that's used to getting everything he's ever wanted. To me, he's Johnny Manziel 2.0.
Yep.
That's my direct reflection looking at him in the mirror.
Yep.
A lot of talent, God-given ability, can't shut up. And maybe he's the best player in the world in his own head. And so, yeah, if you're an NFL franchise, you want to take a shot to see if you can get that shit knocked out of him. You know what I mean? Take one big hit from your linebacker in minicamp, and welcome to the NFL. You want to play for this team or not? We need to know you're going to be able to be a ball player for us. I don't see it happening for him, but we'll see. Again, the size to me still, that's another issue. He's like 5'2".
Yeah, 5'10".
Can't see over the center.
5'10" officially. The other quarterbacks on the Ravens roster is starter Lamar Jackson and veteran Tyler Huntley. And now they brought in these two rookies, Pavia and this guy from Connecticut. So they're going to battle it out in rookie minicamp. We'll see what transpires there. Maybe Pavia can get a roster spot. We'll see. The Philadelphia Phillies, they have fired their manager, Rob Thompson. Phillies got up to a 9-19 start this year. The veteran, Rob Thompson, fired. Evidently, they've already reached out to fired Red Sox manager Alex Cora to gauge his interest in the job. Thompson was asked yesterday what his immediate plans are after spending more than 4 decades in baseball. He says, quote, I've never spent a summer at home in 42 years, so I really don't know. Thompson says, thank God my wife put a pool in a couple of years ago, so maybe I'll go for a swim.
There you go.
Yeah, after 42 years in baseball, he's finally without a job, and he might be spending time at home with his wife.
Phillies and Red Sox both with job availabilities. Maybe Tim Stroman, we slide his resume out to the Major League Parks. And
don't have time.
Yeah, we have Tim Stroman right around the corner. So,
all right, we better get to our news break then. 7:28, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Road closure is coming to Hastings later this week as the Nebraska Department of Transportation says a section of C Street east of 5th Avenue will be closing beginning April 30th. Crews will complete grading, storm sewer work, and concrete paving as part of an ongoing construction project. Temporary road will remain open for local access during the closure, which is expected to last 6 to 10 weeks. Motorists are urged to use caution and watch for changing traffic conditions in the Hastings area. City of Hastings also will be putting together a large-scale tree trimming project during the week of May 4th, with the work focused in Juniata and several surrounding areas. City officials say the effort is part of an ongoing maintenance to improve electric reliability and reduce power outage caused by tree limbs contacting power lines. The project marks the 5th major trimming initiative in the past 6 years. Crews will also be working along portions of 12th, 26th, and nearby subdivisions. 7:30, back to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, the Hastings College baseball team will play Doane today in the first round of the GPAC tournament in Crete. The Tigers won the regular season championship with a 24-4 record. They are 39-8 overall. The Broncos are 22-24, 10-18 in the conference. Doane swept Hastings in a 4-game series just 2 weeks ago. First pitch will be at 3. We'll have the game today on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame show at 2:45. In the other game at noon, Briar Cliff will play Northwestern. In the Seward bracket, Morningside will play Dakota Wesleyan at 3, followed by Concordia against Mount Marty at 6. Hastings College softball team will play Midland today in the first round of the GPAC tournament in Fremont. First pitch will be at noon. In the other game, Dakota Wesleyan will play Northwestern. In Sioux Center today, Dordt will play Briar Cliff at noon, followed by Morningside against Concordia. Hastings College women's golf team finished 6th at the GPAC Championships in Dakota Dunes, South Dakota. Morningside won the team championship. High school baseball yesterday, Adams Central picks up an exciting 2-1 win over Central City Centura in action out at Duncan Field. Meanwhile, Hastings High, they beat Holdridge yesterday by a score of 7-3. Kearney knocked out Bellevue East by the score of 16-0. That to check on your sports headlines at 7:31 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
We're starting off Wednesday morning on the chilly side with patchy frost. Other than that, plenty of sunshine, light winds out of the northwest, 5 to 10, and highs around 63 degrees. Overnight tonight, we bring in chances for showers, low of 40. Thursday, we'll continue a chance of hit or miss showers. 60 degrees will be the high. Then on Thursday night, we'll bring in more frost by Friday morning, a low of 31. Plenty of sunshine on Friday, a high of 60, and then 70s into the weekend. That's a check your forecast. Have a great day.
Right now in Hastings, we've got northwest winds at 6 miles per hour. It is cold. Clear skies, it's 33 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Will, Science Center Bronick with you as Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Wednesday. Again, we've got some college baseball coming your way later on today. Hastings College playing in the GPAC tournament for the first time since 2021. Broncos will take on the regular season champion, the Doane University Tigers, today in Crete. Game time will be at 3 today. On the air with a pregame show at 2:45. So you can join us for some Hastings College baseball coming up today. 7:35, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning, and I think we got him on the line. Tim Stroman, the Adams Central baseball coach, has joined us. Good morning, Timothy.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing great, and it's got to be all smiles in your camp this morning. Boy, what a ball game played last night. You guys able to beat Central City Centura 2-1. I was telling Tyson a little while ago, that's the way baseball should be played. You had two pitchers that threw strikes all night long. You scratch out just enough offense. You got to extra innings, and you win the game 2-1. That was an enjoyable game to broadcast last night.
Yeah, that was a ball game. The Vikiner kid from Central City and Rader and Brown, those guys were lights out. I think there was a total of 24 strikeouts in the game, 4 walks. Yeah, it was a battle, and I was glad to see our kids obviously come out on the positive side of that. But yeah, it was a good baseball game.
Tim, let's just talk a little bit about this particular matchup in these two particular schools, especially as Class C is concerned. Now, Mike and I were talking yesterday before the game started. This might not be the last time we see the Colonel Central City Centura, and there's a little local flavor in terms of proximity in the schools that you get to play in Class C here. There's a couple good ones, but they're right up there with us in terms of good teams here from Central Nebraska that have a shot to make some noise here this season. This has always been kind of a matchup that you're going to get your best shot from both schools, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And they bring a lot of energy. Their dugout kind of reminds me of like a little league, like a 9U team or like a softball team. They do a lot of chants, and it's kind of wild, but. Yeah, it is. It's definitely a kind of an unwritten rivalry, and obviously, I scheduling wise, I actually kind of really like the day that it's on. It's on district seeding day, so it really means a lot for both teams. Kind of adds a lot of hype, if you want to say. I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to say pressure because I don't like to put pressure on the kids in game by game situations. But it adds a lot of hype to it because we coming into that game yesterday, talking to Mike, we're a 7 or 8 seed. I am not wondering if we're going to even host a district. Everything plays outright, and we leave last night as a 5 seed and hosting a district, and it could have gone any better. I mean, the last 2 days, I'm tired. I'm sure the kids are exhausted. Have been pretty high emotional games, focused down to the last second. We saw a little bit of the North hangover in our dugout early in that game. But obviously the game progressed on. It was an intense game, very limited in base runners. I think Central City had 3. We maybe had 4. Something along those lines. So it was, like you guys said, it was real baseball yesterday, which was fun.
Yeah, I checked the point standings out this morning, Tim, before we went on. You are in fifth place now, so you took a little jump in the point standings, and now instead of trying to figure out where in the hell or how in the hell we get to Auburn, we might be able to stay home for districts. Is that the case?
I don't know. Unless Auburn can come up with a way to get a couple 50-point forfeits in the next couple days, I think that is the case.
All right, so that's good news for Adams Central. Going to be playing their district final maybe at home next week. Talk about the eighth inning last night, Coach, where you came up with the walk-off RBI single from Parker Hodgen. I think we got Cohen Rader on base. He got to second base, and then Parker Hodgen hit one down the line in right field, the walk-off RBI single to bring home Cohen Rader for the 2-1 victory last night. Talk about your approach going into that final at-bat.
I was happy to see a base runner. Like I said, I don't think we had there was one time in that game we had a leadoff base runner on, so we were kind of limited in what we could do anyway. But we have our best base runner on base. We have a kid that's a senior for us that's been lights out at the plate for us in all aspects. And I think we had the hit and run on 0-2. We had it on 0-1, and Parker's a good contact hitter. Their pitchers were around the zone the entire time. And, the few times that we did put the ball in play and try to make them make plays, they couldn't make them. I think Cohen reached on an error. So I wanted to get guys in motion. Cohen's a great guy to do it. He was exhausted. I think he threw 111 pitches yesterday, and the furthest I've let him go is 85 coming into this game. But, yeah, Cohen was in motion. The ball was hit, and I was sending him regardless. I just thought to myself, we're going to make him make a play at the plate. And the right fielder out there did a really good job of getting that ball in, and we were still sending him. And I don't know if he just wasn't ready or wasn't expecting Cohen to go, having the ball in the late infield, but he was kind of caught off guard, overthrew it, and we were able to win. And base runners are important. We say it all the time. I don't care how you get on base. We just need guys on base so we can do something offensively. And Cohen, I didn't even think Cohen was going to make it to the plate. And you could tell around in third base after throwing, 110 pitches at 90 miles an hour, he's exhausted. But it was fun to see those kids 2 days in a row now. And games like that, stay together in games like that. I keep telling these kids, and sometimes I think kids don't look into the full realm of what I'm telling them. We keep our little mantras, but we get better every day. The last couple days or a couple weeks, and we have been getting better every day. And that's not just I'm not just referring to batting averages, runs scored. Getting better with your base running jumps, obviously, but getting better as a teammate, getting better as a person, getting better with your accountability. And we really kind of opened the door to that to them the last couple of days. And they do. I mean, every time I think that they can't get better, they have been. And they show up daily, ready to work. It's fun to see this type of team come together the way they have the last 9 games. If you line up the team that we have now, compared to the team we had in the first half of the year, they're completely different. They're more mature. They play harder for each other. They do things for each other. They have no problem sacrificing, their few at-bats during a game for one another. And you see it, and you hear it, and you can feel it, and it's a fun thing to be around.
Tim Stroman, again, head coach of the Adams Central Patriots, joining us here on Huddle Up this morning, and Patriots securing that C5 spot as far as postseason is concerned. Now we kind of look at the home stretch here for the Patriots as far as the regular season is concerned. Already kind of know the destination in terms of postseason. You end 4 games, 5 days here to put the finishing touches. What does the finishing touches need to be for this Adams Central baseball team to get you guys postseason ready?
we just need to focus on these games. And to be honest, I haven't even mentioned districts to our kids. I'm sure they've done their homework and know that we're hosting. But that's not my focus right now. And our focus needs to be Twin River on Friday. And these last 4 games, a lot of people say, the first games before districts are important. The way we've set ourselves up, we're sitting at a 5 seed right now, and that'll stay. And then these last 4 games count towards your wild card points. And there's a very real world where we're a 5 right now, but come the start of districts, we can be a 2 or 3. So we need to really focus on, I call it split. And you look across the board in Class C, yeah, we have the most wins in Class C. We've also played the most. But we're prepared. We're game ready. And you look at the points, our points are solid. I mean, you look at some of these other teams like Guardian Angel Central Catholic yesterday goes into the morning, the 2 seed loses 2 games, and they're the number 7 because they've only played 12 games. So it's a very, very important time right now for us to really, really keep fine-tuning what we need to work on that we see on game tape and stay focused because we can't overlook these next 4 games. And these are 4 games that we feel is a step that we can handle, come away on the right side of things, and that's only going to help us.
Yeah, you guys have won a school record now 9 games in a row, Coach. What's the feeling? Obviously, the kids excited about their little streak they have put together here at the end of the season.
Oh, it's all fun. I'm just kind of glad the weather's been cold so you don't have to see those stupid earrings.
I looked for him yesterday. Coach. I didn't see the earrings on back order or what?
No, the earrings are in my backpack. They don't stay on as well because I like to wear, a lot of layers. And with my my Under Armour helmet type warm thing, my 2 neck gaiters, and my hat, they don't stay on very well. I don't want to lose them. They were $6. So, but no, like we said the other day, the last 2 years, our turning points have been that Creighton Lincoln Lutheran series, and I think we're just going to redo the schedule and open up with Creighton Lincoln Lutheran. Like you guys have mentioned to me, I mean, it's been, like I said, it's been a completely different team since that weekend. And I don't know if it was just the pressure, like we've talked about before at the beginning of the year, the pressure to continue to do what we've done the last couple of years, but the kids see way more, like more weight off of their shoulders, it seems like. And it's crazy to say it. The more we win, and the more we've had success these last 9 games, the looser they become, the more fun they're having in the dugout. Obviously winning's fun, but there needs to be that fine line of focus and the ability to stay loose, and we're right at it. You were in the dugout the first half of the year, and it was just straight focus, straight, and some coaches like that. And it works well for some teams, but with this group of kids, like, that you have to be able to draw that line and find that proper median. And they've found it. Yeah, it's fun. It's a blast to be around right now. And I'm super happy for this senior class getting to host a district, getting a win on their senior day yesterday. They're not the first group that I came in with, this junior class is, but, they've been with me now for 3 years, and I'm starting to have that familiarity with the kids and know them on a deeper personal level, and it's fun to see them succeed.
All right, so Adams Central again winning over Central City Centura yesterday, 2-1. They move up in the power points. Looks like a district final going to be held here in Hastings. So the Patriots with 4 games left. Coach, I'm sure we'll see you very soon as you guys continue your roll through the season. Thanks for joining us again this morning.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And hopefully when we talk next week, we're still rolling.
We'll do that. Good luck this weekend.
Perfect. If you guys want an extra pair of earrings, they came with a pack of 8. I can't seem to get them away.
Oh, there you go. I'll be in touch, Timmy. I'll be in touch. See you later.
All right. I could count on one of you. I'll get the other one to get on board. I spent a lot of time with him this summer.
Yeah. All right, buddy. We'll see you again.
All right, we'll see you guys.
All right, Tim Stroman. What about you and I are not wearing earrings.
I'm doing it. Absolutely.
No, these are magnetic.
Let's go.
I've
already got the gold chain. And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Tim is
all set up.
Tim is also the coach for my grandson's summer league team, the Orioles. That's what he meant by spending a lot of time this summer. I'll see him all summer long. Maybe do I debut my earrings for the little Orioles baseball team? Probably not.
That's a lot of investment on your part.
I mean, it's $8. Stroman will want $8 for him. So.
Oh, Stroman will want 10. He's going to upcharge.
Oh yeah.
Like I know how his business model works in his head. He'll upcharge you for those studs.
The Nebraska baseball team, they picked up a win last night, 7-6 over Kansas State. Walk-off RBI single by Rhett Stokes down the left field line to win it for the Huskers. And we talked about the Nebraska bullpen earlier. Tyson, they gave up 2 runs in the 5th inning and 1 in the 6th. But they held on to pick up the win. We talked with Husker head coach Will Bolt about that.
After, Tucker came out of the game there, we kind of gave him the momentum back. Leadoff walk and a homer there. And, like you said, there were a couple home runs, but, to hold it to just the 2-2-1, there was no, real big crooked number in there. That was the difference. I mean, we kind of, the middle innings, it went back and forth. We loaded the bases twice and kind of gave them, that's kind of the nature of it. Like when you set up as many innings as we do, sometimes when you don't knock them down, the other team kind of gets some momentum. But, I thought it was, nice job by Ty and Jay Sean for sure to finish.
Jeter Worthley, let's talk about him. He led the Husker offense. He went 5 for 5 at the plate, had a triple, 2 runs scored. He's the first Husker freshman to record a 5-hit game since Gunnar Hellstrom back in 2017 against Rutgers.
He's a guy that finds the barrel a lot. I mean, he's one of those guys that when he's not getting hits, he's hitting balls hard, so he has a good understanding of the strike zone. And again, the more college at-bats that he accumulates, the more information he gets as far as the pitches that he can, maybe get the barrel to a little bit more. And we're seeing that here recently with the extra base hits. Obviously, he had his first home run on Sunday and hadn't stopped hitting since.
I haven't seen the official attendance for the game last night at Hawks Field, but it was a large crowd for a midweek game, and that helped the Huskers along.
Yeah, it was awesome. The crowd was loud too, and loved the energy in the ballpark, and thought our players really fed off of it. And again, it makes a huge difference when you're playing at home in front of a big crowd like this that's loud and boisterous. That's hard for them to make that many pressure pitches when the crowd's on their feet.
And what about playing Kansas State in this midweek series? They played them 3 times already this year.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously a, high-quality opponent. They've dealt with some major injuries this year that have really hurt, just on the pitching staff especially. But they got a really good team, and it was just good to be on the right side of 2 out of 3 in that series this year.
So the Huskers now 34-11 on the season. They'll play a 3-game series at Ohio State coming up this weekend. 7:53, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Haven't stuck in the NBA stuff from last night. Philadelphia beat Boston 113-97. Boston leading that series 3-2. The New York Knicks winners over Atlanta last night, 126-97. New York leading that series 3-2. San Antonio wrapped up their series with Portland last night. The Spurs winning 114-95. Tonight, you've got Orlando playing at Detroit. Orlando leading the series 3-1. Toronto is at Cleveland. That series tied up at 2 games apiece. And Houston is at the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers leading that series 3-1.
And on the ice, there was 2 opportunities for teams to clinch and move on to the next round last night. Both were squandered. First, in the East, Buffalo was at home in front of a raucous crowd as they tried to go on to the next round. Boston and Pasternak, they silenced the home crowd in overtime, a 2-1 winner. Fancy Deacon and stick handling getting to the crease and scoring the goal for the Boston Bruins. They win that baby 2-1. Did watch that baby in overtime. Then we had the Ducks on the verge of advancing. They got blown out by Edmonton. 4-1 winner there. That game wasn't even close. The Wild pick up a 4-2 win over the Stars. They take a 3-2 series lead over Dallas. And then as we look at the action for tonight, a couple more opportunities, just one more opportunity to advance. Philadelphia Flyers control their own destiny. They are at home versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. They lead that series 3-2. That'll tip face off at 6:30 on TNT. ESPN2 has the pivotal Game 5 with the Lightning and the Canadiens all square at 2 games apiece. Mammoth and Golden Knights also all square at 2 games apiece. They're the nightcap, the 9 p.m. contest on TNT. And on the pitch, we got to go there. Champions League soccer, the European leagues out of the French First Division, Paris Saint-Germain with a 5-4. You say that there's no goals in soccer, it's boring. There was 9 goals yesterday between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. They take a 5-4 aggregate lead. Before that will flip and move to Germany for the next round. And then Arsenal and Atletico Madrid will get underway at 2 p.m. today. Atletico Madrid, the favorite in Vegas, with an over-under line of 2.5.
Wow. I'm glad you snuck that in again.
Oh, also, I pulled up the box score from yesterday. Attendance last night at Hawks Field, 5,531 on a cold, damp, miserable day. So, kudos us.
Good-sized crowd.
5,000 people.
All right, 7:56, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning on Extreme Sports.
Hi guys, this is Justin Consrick with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. Just want to talk to you about how we do things. I talk to farmers every day. A lot of guys just want a simple, honest way to sell equipment. That's why I work with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. We know the equipment, we know the buyers. We run real auctions with no buyer's fees, which brings in more bidders and stronger results. From one machine to the full lineup, we handle marketing, the details, the sales start to finish. We're just real people with real auctions, real results. If you're thinking about auctioning equipment, reach out and give me a call at 308-991-5429.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
The key to a thriving community is a good foundation. And for over 75 years, Hastings Federal Credit Union has been building and supporting Hastings and the surrounding areas, providing the support for new cars to keep you on the road, new homes to give you a place to land, or help with whatever life throws your way. With easy access via online banking or our mobile app, it's never been easier to have your financial dreams at your fingertips. Come see us at Hastings Federal Credit Union to start your banking journey today.
Looking for the perfect spot before or after the game? Head to Miscue's Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Choose from your favorite sandwich or build your own burger or chicken sandwich just the way you like it. Your choice of cheese, sauces, and all your favorite toppings. Craving wings? Choose from over 20 sauces and rubs that bring the flavor every time. Grab an appetizer, catch the game on the big screens, or challenge your friends to a game of pool or darts. There's always something to do. And don't forget the daily lunch specials. Miscue's Sports Bar and Grill, 316 South Elm. Great food, great games, and the perfect hangout in Hastings.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, you need a team you can trust. At Jones Group Insurance in Kennesaw, they're committed to helping individuals, families, and businesses plan for today and prepare for tomorrow. From home, auto, and farm insurance to life coverage and retirement planning, the Jones Group takes the time to understand your goals and build a plan that fits your future. Local service, personalized guidance, trusted protection. Call Jones Group Insurance today and experience the difference a hometown team can make.
This summer, baseball lives on Extreme Sports. Extreme Sports is your exclusive home for American Legion Baseball, bringing you every big moment from Hastings 5 Points Bank, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes, and Hastings Runza. From the first pitch of the regular season to the intensity of the postseason, we've got it all covered. Every game, every inning, every highlight. Don't miss a single thing this summer. American Legion Baseball lives right here on Extreme Sports.
All right, Mike Welch, Heinz and Abronic, Extreme Sports, huddle up for this Wednesday. Again, we'll have college baseball coming up for you this afternoon. We'll be in Crete for the GPAC postseason baseball tournament. Hastings will play Doane here in the opening round. Game time will be at 3. There's a game before it, so that'll be a loose starting time. But 3 o'clock is what it's scheduled for today. 2:45 for the pregame show here today on Extreme Sports. And depending on if we win or lose, we will play again tomorrow as a double elimination tournament. So Hastings will have a game tomorrow, but we'll have the game time, obviously, after we wrap up this first one with Doane. You had that series a couple of weeks ago. Doane sweeping Hastings in a 4-game series. But really, the Broncos played the Tigers pretty tough until the 7th inning. I think Doane scored some runs in the 7th inning to win that series 4-0. But Hastings competitive with the Tigers, so we'll see what happens today.
Yeah, they took the fight to them. At the time, they were the 13th ranked team in the country. And brought everything, played good ball. The thing is, if you miss even by a fraction of an inch in your location against this Doane lineup, 1 through 9, they can take you deep. They hit 4 home runs in the weekend series at Duncan. You're playing in Crete with a much shorter porch, and pitching's going to have to be on, period. Pitching's on, and you can locate well, and defense is making good plays behind you. They got a chance. Any missing location is going to go out of the park today.
I think Marcus Miller was the guy they had penciled in as the starting pitcher for Hastings today. So we'll see what happens. Again, 3 o'clock starting time, 2:45 pregame show here this afternoon on Extreme Sports. If you'd like to listen to the show again, you can. We had Tim Stroman on, the Adams Central baseball coach, talking about their thrilling victory over Central City Centura last night. Heard some comments from Will Bolt. Nebraska winning in walkout fashion last night over Kansas State, 7-6. First half of the show, we talked about plans to expand the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments to 76 teams. So if you'd like to listen to our discussion about that, you can listen to it again. Just download the podcast on our social media sites and listen to the show again at your convenience throughout the day today. We'll be back again tomorrow morning at 7 with Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme